Hi YouTube, this is Angie, and I'm going to do a couple quick Labor Day weekend yard sales. The first yard sale we went to was, if you've watched my videos before, I showed one where we went to a pit bull rescue yard sale. They have them about every 3 or 4 months, and it's to raise money for buying dog food and stuff that the pit bulls need that they rescue. And they're pretty much, they give stuff away. They pretty much, most of their signs say make offers. Sometimes they'll have a price tag on their stuff, but they had 2 sites this time. One that we normally go to, and then there was one across the street that we didn't know about till this trip, but I'll do the first one first. The first one we went to, we got all of this stuff in front of me, all of this stuff that I'm about to show you, and when she piled it all up, it really wasn't a whole lot, but she said $2, and I looked at my husband and I was like, $2? And I was just about to tell him you should give her more. And he actually gave her a $5 bill and said keep the change, which even at $5 I think we got a steal on everything. The first thing I got was this nativity set, which I was just about to panic. I thought I lost the baby Jesus, but I forgot that Mary is actually holding the baby Jesus. But every piece is just precious. It's kind of a ceramic, I think, kind of, well, it's hard to tell. I'm not quite sure. But it all says made in Korea. But that's the Mary and the baby. This, I believe, is Joseph. And look how cute their face is. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. There were 2 little lambs, which that was the only animals. There was probably more to the set when it was new. I don't know, but that was it. And then the 3 little wise men. And 2 of them have a lot of damage on their gold, but I can easily fix that with paint or just leave it like it is. Sometimes I think the vintage look is just as cute. I don't think it takes away from it at all. But for that precious set, which I will keep for me, I would have paid $5 just for it, so anyway, that was the first thing. Then I got this little set of earrings. I'm not sure why, but I thought they were kind of cute. Just some little Christmas earrings. I'll probably craft with them. I probably will not wear them, actually. And then we got this vintage tea infuser. She was pretty much giving it to him, and he was like, well, we don't really need it. And I said, well, you know, your mother always, his mother drinks tea, so we got it, so when she comes she will have something to do her tea in, which I thought that was kind of cool. Almost looks like an acorn. And then I found this Pyrex, it's kind of hard to see, but it's a Pyrex jar pitcher. It's kind of dirty, I need to wash it up, but it's kind of got this blue pattern. I'm not sure what the pattern is. It doesn't really say, but I thought that was kind of just a cool vintage picture. I have a cool vintage, like, orange juice one that I got recently, missing a top, but I think that those will be cute together. And then my husband picked up a couple of these filters, because they were marked 5 cents. And these, I think, actually go in a wet vac, and we had to replace one time, and I think that's the kind that we use. So for 5 cents he got those. He also got a air filter for a truck that he said was worth about $14. I don't have it up here because he listed already, but it was also 5 cents, which was a really good deal. And then I got this because I have always wanted to do one of these. It's not quite the car that I would have picked, but it has everything in it. It's been opened, but I looked through it. There's everything in it. You just have to buy the paint. And I could probably find that somewhere, but I thought that was really cool. So one day I think I will probably put that together. And my favorite thing I got there was this game. I didn't even know it existed. I was a huge fan of Starsky when I was growing up. Oh my god. And this is like in like really great shape. I think it was 76 maybe. But anyway, that was just so cool. And I remember I got another really cool game from them the last time I was there. I can't remember now which one it was. But this was just so cool. I just had to get that for me. And then the last thing I got was this doll. I'm not sure why I got her. I just thought she was sitting on a table with 2 other dolls, and the other 2 dolls were marked 50 cents. And she wasn't marked, and I just thought she had the prettiest eyes. I don't really care for dolls like this too much, but I loved her eyes. I loved her hair. It looks like Japanese noodles or something. But I love the fairy outfit. And the coolest thing about her, I've never seen this, is the lady that was running the sale came up and was like, isn't that so pretty? And look, she's a lamp. And this is so crazy. This doll is a lamp. The bulb that I have in her right now is actually kind of an orange Christmas bulb, because that little bulb that was in her doesn't work, and the only one I had to show that it actually works was an orange one. But I don't know. I'm sure I won't use her as a lamp because I'd be afraid it would get too hot. But she's a lamp. I could not believe it. But she's so pretty. Anyway, so that was that one, and then we went across the street. And we didn't know the time before. Like I said, they actually have 2 sections. But we went across the street and got a lot of stuff, so I'm going to pause in a minute and then come back and show you what we got over there. Okay, and at the second site, it was kind of across the street, and I think it's where it's a bigger place. They have like where they keep more dogs, or they actually do more stuff or whatever. But it was just one lady running it by herself, and she seemed very like stressed out, and I don't know, she was having a bad day. So we got a bunch of stuff from her, and when she was more like had things priced and kind of didn't really give you as good of a deal actually, but it was still a good deal. We I think we spent $7 on this stuff, and the first 2 things I got were actually broken, but I got them anyway, and I didn't realize I got this little E.T. And then I didn't realize he was broken, even though that's so obvious right there. But I didn't realize he was broken until I got home, and he's from Avon 1984. And then when I looked him up, the actual finger that's broken off is like, it's like obvious that he's broken. You can't really hide it because it's like a longer finger, and it's kind of like red, kind of like the E.T. phone home. It kind of turned red when he touched fingers with Elliot in the movie. So, I don't know what I'll do with him. I'll find something to do with him, though. And then these 2 little girls were so cute to me, and I really didn't notice at first. I was looking at their fingers because they look good. I think one little finger here might have a tiny chip that you can't really see, but they must have had big bows on top of their heads because they're obviously both really broken. But that was really the only thing I saw wrong. They're Norcrest, made in Japan, and they were 25 cents a piece. So I am going to just probably break this off, try to break that off without messing up the 2 flowers, and I'm going to just do some kind of like ribbon or something and just make it big and obvious because they were just so cute. I've never seen this type before, and I couldn't find any online to see what they were actually called. They have numbers and they're marked, but anyway, so maybe I'll show what I do with those when I kind of get those finished. But for 25 cents a piece, I thought they were really cute, and I can do something with them. And then I got this 3-piece set from, I think it's Burwood Products. It's kind of like Homeco, but it's hummingbirds, and I love hummingbirds, so I will probably put those in my sunroom. They're kind of 1980 pink and green, but I think they're cute. I'll put them somewhere, and I think those weren't marked, so I'm not quite sure what I got charged for those. And then I found this cute Santa stick, Santa for 25 cents. He's actually matches, you know, the tall, like, fireplace matches, but I'm just going to use them as decoration. I'll probably never use the matches, but he was really cute for 25 cents. And then I got this set of canisters, and I noticed this one was by itself somewhere for 25 cents, and I thought that was really cute. I like to use stuff like this in my sewing room to like store stuff in. Well, then so I got that one for $1, and then I found the other two in a different place, and I asked her, I said, you know, are they $1 as well? And she said sure. And this one was full of shells that I told her just to keep and put in a basket, and somebody maybe would buy the shells because I didn't want them, so I'm gonna have to get that off. But for 75 cents for the set, I thought that was really cute. And they're in really good shape. They're metal and they're not marked, but they're not rusted or anything. And then I got this cute little little girl frame here. And I got it really because I love the dome frame. She was 50 cents. And I thought, well, yeah, her flowers kind of roll around. I'm not sure how to open it. I don't know if I even want to try, but I got to look at it. I thought, you know, she's really cute like that. So I'll maybe use her as like this. I might one day see if I can open it and do something different with it. But then after I got her home, I realized she kind of looks like Little Bo Peep to me. I don't know. And maybe there's another one out there that's like a picture of the sheep. I'm gonna have to look for that. But I don't see any markings on her either. But I wonder if there's another one out there somewhere that is like her sheep, because that's kind of who she looks like to me. And then my favorite thing I got was this plate. They had a bunch of different plates. But I was born in Georgia, and I thought this was so pretty for 25 cents. I love the gold band. And it's got different places in Georgia. Anyway, my box was moving over there by itself. No, I thought that was just really cute. I'm going to hang that somewhere in my house because that's where I was born, and that's where a lot of people that I really love are. So that was cool. And then the last thing I got was this costume. It's a leopard, I think it's a leopard Halloween costume for $2. It looks like it's handmade, looking at the stitching, and there's no kind of tag or anything on it, but it's a little girl, it's a little kid's costume. It's got a cute little tail, and it has a little hat with ears. It's probably, I'm guessing, about a 4T or something, but I have no idea. I'm just going to have to measure it. I got that to actually try to list and see if I could sell it. But I'm going to have to measure it because I have no idea what size it is. Oh, that wasn't all. I thought that was all. But I got a couple more things. I got these fondue forks just because they were cute and they were 75 cents and they were vintage. And I've always kind of wanted a fondue set, but I don't know. I just got the forks because they were cool. And I got this cute little tin because I seem to be collecting tins, but it had such a cute picture on it. It says on the back, old swimming hole tin, China, 50 cents. But even the bottom's cute. It's just really cute. So I'm not sure where I'll put it, but I loved it. And the last thing I got, my husband actually picked up for me. And that was kind of funny, I thought, but it was a set of country paper dolls. $2 and 8 outfits, and they're all in there. It's from Waddle We Do, and it's not real old. I want to say it was 90s, maybe. 91. But I've sold a lot of paper dolls on eBay, and I've kept some that I keep for myself. So I guess that's why he thought I would want them. I can't remember what they were priced. I don't think they were priced either, but they're in really good shape to be from 1991. Both the people are in there, and they're not like, usually they have, they're bent and broken, and they have all the little outfits. So that was all at that one. So we, I guess, so 7 and 5, $12 we paid for those two things for the pit bull rescue. And like I said, we'll keep going to that, definitely, and keep giving them our business. Then I have a couple more yard sales that I went to that day. Let me pause a minute again and get that stuff. Okay, and then the next two yard sales that we went to, it was two different sales on one property, and it was this big property. We pulled into a fence, and we thought there was one sale on one side in like the driveway area in the garage, and there was a bunch of stuff at the other end. We thought it was all the same people, but it was actually 2 sets of people. But when I first got out, I saw Christmas, and I went toward the right. And so this was a separate guy from the lady that actually had the signs up and everything. But this guy, he was moving to Florida. Him and his wife, they had sold their house. They were living in a mobile camper, and he had a bunch of stuff on the table, and nothing was priced. He was like, just take it all, whatever. So I was looking around. He had a good bit of Christmas, but I didn't get too much. My favorite thing I got was this blow mold deer. I've never seen this one before, but she's a pretty... It's weird how her light lights up, though. I think it needs... I wish the candle at the top was a little bit more light instead of just the body. But she was so cute. So I picked up her. I also picked up this little guy just because he was cute. He's supposed to wind up and walk, but he doesn't really do it. But I thought he was cute. I picked up this little pumpkin. That's one of those little... I think they kind of pop up. He probably doesn't work either, but I thought he was cute. I picked up these 2 little candle holders, and the guy said, well, we had the candles in them. Actually, the reason I noticed him is I have some really small candles that fit in nothing. And this looked like they would fit in these, plus they're Christmas, and they're cute. So I picked those up, and he actually said, well, we had the candles, but they melted in the sun. And out here, I have seen that happen in really quick time. So I said, it's okay, because I have candles I think that'll fit. And then I picked up, I think there's like 6 or 7 of these. I guess they're little metal coasters, and they're all the same picture, but they were just, I loved that picture, so I grabbed all of those. And I had the coasters, the candle holders, the pumpkin, and the snowman, and the reindeer in my hands. And my husband picked up this, he actually, before I ever got there, and he picked it up for me, which is so cool. But it is a ceramic light up Santa, a lot like the Christmas trees that you've seen me show and that I get. I've actually never seen this mold before. I googled one on eBay just to kind of find out about it, and there's one on there, but that was done in 75, I think. So I was trying to date it, because this one has no name and no date, which people usually put on the bottom when they make it. But I thought it was so cute, and the guy said, well, it has 2 lights. This is an older light without a switch, and then this is actually a new one with a switch. But the way he's made, usually the light would go in the side, so I think I'm going to put a tea light maybe in it, and then maybe also put a tea light glue one kind of in here to make this part light up. But anyway, my husband got it because I like to resell these. He was thinking I could resell it. We ended up paying $8 for everything, and we also got some Disney that I'll show you in a second. But my husband picked it up. We paid. He was like, do you want it? And I'm like, of course I want it. It's adorable. I've never seen it. It's different than what I would do, how I would paint it, but I loved it. My husband put it in the car. I took it out of the car when we got home, and this is the bad part, that I can't sell it because it has a crack starting at the bottom, and it goes all the way, and there's a little piece out right here. My husband swears that it wasn't like this when he picked it up. So he probably did it when he put it in the car, or I don't know when he did it. But it kind of actually goes all the way up to here. But I have stuff that I can put on it and patch it. And I would probably repaint this anyway, and repaint this, because when I do stuff like this, I do like it's called a snow for ceramics, and it's more of a texture, and it kind of distinguishes more between this and this. So I will just patch this, repaint. I think I'll repaint this, and probably this, because it's a little dull. I like it more white. I would have done this white if I was doing it, but I'm going to leave this alone. I kind of like the way they did a little blue inside the eye. I'm going to leave the skin color alone, the mouth alone, and the red alone. But so, lucky for me, I can patch it and fix it and paint it and keep it for myself, so I don't have to resell it. But he was doing great. He thought he was finding something that I would love, that I could resell and or keep. But I hate that it got cracked, but luckily I'm pretty sure I can fix it and save it. And like I said, I'll probably put a tea light on the bottom and then somehow attach one kind of in here to make this light up more. But I thought that was just the cutest thing. I've never seen this mold before. I've never even seen one done. But that was precious. And the 2 lights are just extra, because I will use those for something else. And the last thing we got